Alright, so hello everyone, and welcome to what is going to be the sequel playthrough to Pokemon Coliseum. Obviously, it's going to be the ever-predictable, but still fun to play, sequel, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which was released, I believe, 2 years after Coliseum. So we're going to start... Oh, good, there's no save file, even better. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll do a new game. Actually, what are even in the options? I don't even think it has anything. Yeah, okay, good. Alright, we're going to start a new game, obviously. We're going to keep with the fashion, and we're going to actually name it Malcolm again, even though this is supposed to be a sequel featuring a completely different character. Here we go. And that's the only person you get to name. There's no teen sidekick running behind you, like Batman and Robin. So, you know, we don't really get anything that special. This game, when it came out, looked amazing, man. We were on some next level shit. Speaking of which, it's the biggest heist in the Pokemon world up to this point. Holy fuck! I actually don't remember that visor. That's pretty hot. I gotta give him props for that one. So apparently this entire ship is only manned by 2 crew members. They don't even have a cook. I'm sure they'll be fine miles from any land. It's nothing too major. Those damn Carnival cruises. Oh yeah, I forget, this game actually starts you off doing really ridiculous stuff. Okay, so I just had to do and adjust a couple quick things. I think the video looks a bit better now that we don't have the black bars on either side. So in any event, I'm going to Dragon Dance and then I'm going to Earthquake. You don't have to win this fight. This is completely tomfoolery. Metagross can learn Sludge Bomb? Well, now in Gen 7, that's hella useful. Are you kidding? Wow! It's a critical hit! The first move of the game is a crit. That's how you know this shit is gonna be good. I might not even be able to KO him with this. Wow. So I literally lost to luck on the first move of the game. We're off to a fantastic start. Beautiful. I love Pokemon. That's incredible. That's fantastic. Wow. Jack me out the fucking Matrix, dude. I'm fucking retiring. Holy shit, that's awful. No, I find it bullshit that the first move of the game is a critical hit. Oh, whatever. Give me a fucking break, man. I will not be doing all the battle CDs. I'm just gonna spoil that one ahead of time. Forget that shit. The most basic information. Cool. So since this is Gen 3 mechanics, there's no special physical split. Dark Souls, you won't pay visit Professor Crane. Going to be stiffly official. Oh look, another character named Lily. Wow, that didn't age well. Sure, I don't think I'd stand much of a chance against you. Wish everyone drowned them with such gusting praise all the time. My son and daughter will become spoiled rotten. There's nothing to worry about. Both Malcolm and Jovi are wonderful kids. By the way, I don't think I've seen Jovi since lunchtime. Hate to borrow you, but could you go find Jovi for me? I think you already know, but several research projects are in their critical phases in this lab. That's why your mother can't afford to take any time off this instant. Yes, of course, we will. I think she could have wandered off too far, but just in case, check outside, too. After 5 long years, this project is finally on the verge of coming together, but for that to happen, we can't do it without your mother's expertise. As I left a PDA in your room, I gotta actually remember what the layout of this place is. Thankfully, you don't really have to come back here at all. So this game is unique, in that unlike Coliseum, you start with Eevee as opposed to its evolutions. And you evolve Eevee fairly simply, to be honest. What are you doing? Well, I believe we're working on a special machine for catching Pokemon. Quite so. Is this person asleep? Snore. For the Pokemon HQ Lab, we're going to take a great variety of research of Pokemon from their ecosystems to battling. Oh, it's you. You scared me out of my wits. I actually don't remember where she is. Outside, maybe? Probably not. I get the feeling. Let's see. Taking this. Lately, his kid sister appears to have the run of the place. Hey, there's something on the desk. I like how they have planes over there on the right and a basketball hoop. Reading this email, he must have obtained the PDA. Try its main features. By the way, Adam was playing hide and seek with Joe. We want to have a chat with him. Yeah, it's old school Pokemon. They're not gonna take you directly to the person you need to talk to. I gotta figure out who Adon is. Let's see. Isn't she under the bed? I guess not. Okay. I think Adon is the person outside. Not like people have names over their heads or anything. Keep these facts in mind, yes. And how much has changed since this game was even remotely new. Let's see what you got for me. So Joe for Mimi earlier, so I figured you were with her too. I think Mimi is her Plusle. So maybe I have to talk to the Plusle. She went right back to sleep. I left for 3 minutes. She fell out again. Here we go. Yeah, I guess she's not here. At least not at this exact moment. Pokemon, we're always together even when we're sleeping. And when we become friends with Pokemon, companionship is very important. Yes, sure. I don't even think this game tracks friendship, does it? Because there's no badges. Yeah, I don't think this game tracks friendship. I don't think it does a lot of stuff, to be honest. ONBS News. But we still failed to find any trace of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Gadeon Port. There have been no reports of floats from the may indicate the ship sinking. The authorities appear mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. Reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. Whereas if there was a new Pokemon, even Professor Crane's never seen. Yeah, this. So back then, this is Gen 3. Back then, the Pokemon that he's referencing is Bonsly, which was kind of like a rumored Pokemon that they showed off in like side stuff. For what was it? They also did it in Mystery Dungeon. It was the pre-evolution of Sudowoodo. And at the time, this was a new Pokemon. Now, it's so common you can find it almost anywhere in most of these games, which is kind of crazy. But back then, it was like some big, huge thing that they kind of whipped out of nowhere. No. Yeah, there's no need to overdo it on the critical hits, but that's not going to stop you now, is it? Feels very bad, man. But yeah, they also showed off, I think, Mime Jr. as well. They kind of related those two Pokemon together. Okay, yes. Oh, it's 5 years ago. Okay. I thought it was 3 years ago. I think the difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2 story is 3 years. The difference between Gen 5 stories is 2 years. And... look, if I remember. This game is 5 years. This game takes place sometime, like around Gen 1, I believe. If not right after it. Or in the break between, what is it, Gen... I don't know. These games are kind of standalone. It's kind of hard to really say when and where they take place, because they don't really have any connection to the base game. Or the core games, I should say. She's really not in here? I haven't seen her since lunch. Yeah, a lot of people haven't, apparently. Oh, wow, you could actually rest in the bed. I have never done that. So you learn something new literally every single day. Here he is, idiot. So we ate on, you were looking for Jovi. We were supposed to be playing hide and seek. Right now she isn't around anywhere. Maybe she's going up to Dr. Kaminko's manor. It's a big weird house southeast of here. Jovi's it in our game of hide and seek. I wish she'd find me so my back is starting to hurt. Yeah, so she's not even here, but he's going to stay under the table, of course. Maybe I'll mix it up this playthrough. I'll explain in a little bit. Maybe someday. I would like to mix it up a bit in this game. Try a couple different things. Alright, so like with Coliseum, we travel through various places on a scooter this time. We don't have a ridiculous gas guzzler with a side seat. Are there items in this area? I don't think so. I think this area is pretty bland. At least, I think to start. I think later on we get a little something going on. This is giving me like Eternal Darkness flashbacks and Time Splitters as well. Wait, who goes there? You can tell this is a later GameCube game too. You must be a burglar. Chobin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kaminko. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. So what's different about this game is that it actually features single battles. What's nice is that they literally throw the weakest Pokemon in the games at you for your first fight. Oh, I got a female Eevee. And this one knows the egg move Bite, which is pretty good. But, I'll explain later, that also kind of makes one thing kind of redundant. Which is unfortunate. It's also good that I'm playing this game because I've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately. Kind of to prep for Let's Go. I also kind of wanted to do this just so I could get it done and out the way, so I could import these Pokemon and ship them out, for lack of a better term. But I was really, I don't know, I was debating playing this year, as the Coliseum playthrough kind of indicates. I said, why not? We'll just do it. This game is fairly quick, all things considered. It's longer than Coliseum, but it doesn't feel like it. And yes, these are the Pokemon Stadium 2 models, I think, just slightly updated. Made Chobin angry now. Even though Chobin lost, you're still not going past Chobin. Huh, closer observation reveals the subject is a child. Ergo, the subject is not a brick wall. That's a false equivalency, but okay. Malcolm Chobin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. Oh, Big Brother, what are you doing here? Oh, Jovi gets it. Big Brother, you got lost, didn't you? Doesn't matter what you say here, sure. Jovi thought so. Big Brother, you look dependable, but then you make silly mistakes. This big house is Dr. Kaminko's. Dr. Kaminko's job is to make incredible inventions. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they have at the Pokemon HQ lab. You should come in too, Big Brother. Oh, you're that girl's older brother? Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around everywhere. Chobin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she does not bother the doctor. Oh yes, you'll have a look at Dr. Kaminko's inventions. You will, yes? Okay, this way please. Follow Chobin. Absolutely. Not like I have much of a choice. Okay, Chobin will now show you the inventions of the inestimable Dr. Kaminko. Dr. Kaminko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chobin is full of admiration. Oh, why does Chobin know they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining. In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kaminko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they are #1 in the world without question. Our Dr. Kaminko, who is verily great, is inventing in that room there. Hi, Doctor. What kind of funny machine are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Uh-oh, that girl is at Dr. Kaminko's sign again. Chobin hopes she is causing no disturbance. Anyway, let Chobin acquaint you with just some of Dr. Kaminko's greatest inventions. Let the You can't even talk about this shit in 2018, man. Are you crazy? The VCR. That's right, because DVDs were relatively new at this point. Relatively. Dr. Kaminka's inventions are #1 in the world. Chobin's choice is this, ta-da, the unhealthy sandals. The insole is studded with lumpy nubs that fail to stimulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these and Chobin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Chobin thinks that it is superlative. Incredible, is it not? There is much more to that, too. Doctor's inventions, which are fantastic, can be seen on this monitor. Chobin gives you permission to use it anytime you like. Good, I don't care. I don't know who this guy is. Come from the Pokemon HQ Lab. My name is Makan. I run the parts shop in Gideon Port. How is the lab's director? Professor Crane, yes? Ah, yes, if you'd be so kind, please tell that the professor that the machine part that he needed is ready. They should come get it anytime. Oh, look, a Minun. Apparently she owns both. Shadow Minun was actually supposed to be a Pokemon in Coliseum, but they dropped it for whatever reason. Hey, big brother, this is a funny drawing. It's a really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Are you going home already, big brother? But you just got here. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi has to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi will do. Jovi will take you home. Mimi, let's go home with big brother. Jumps in there. Jovi joined the party. I'm actually curious. Before I leave. Let's see. It's kind of rare I got a female and not a bad name. Not a bad nature. Sirius is a neutral boost to everything. So as you can see here, we got a different status screen. I kind of prefer the Coliseum one a bit more. It is great though that I got a female Eevee. I'm not going to deny. That's pretty cool. And the reason why is because Eevee has a 7-to-1 male to female gender ratio. So in Gen 3 terms, I will be pretty lucky right now without having to breed with a Ditto, of course. I'm so excited to play Let's Go, man. That's going to be lit. Peter, I've traveled far in your search for Jovi. Please come back to the HQ Lab as soon as you find her. I need your help with something. What is it? What is it? Email from the professor. He wants you to come home quickly. Jovi is worried about letting you go home by yourself, big brother, so Jovi will go home too. Let's go right now. Speaking of Eternal Darkness, I kind of want to do a playthrough on it in the near future. Maybe not so near. Maybe I'll save that for like summer of 2019 or something. That'll be pretty cool, I think. Okay. Go back. Oh, hi, Mommy. We're back. Oh, Jovi, haven't I told you not to wander away by yourself? No, Mommy, you don't understand. Big Brother was lost, so Jovi brought him here. Even if Jovi were there, Jovi bets he'd be crying by now, saying he can't go home. Alright, Big Brother. Oh, my, Jovi, you're such a brave and resourceful girl. It's quite enough for today. Besides, Ada must be tired of waiting for you. Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of hide and seek. Yeah, goodbye. Okay. No, she doesn't get kidnapped. That's not the plot of this game. Professor Crane wanted to see you. Please go see him right away. Yes, yes, yes. You would think it. You would think it at first. She almost has no bearing in the game later on, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Where am I going? Shit. I lost my train of thought. He's not here. After he went downstairs. Oh! Okay. So I wasn't flipping out. That's actually, I think you're supposed to go up there and talk to him. Here he is. Maybe I walked past him. I wasn't even paying attention. They all look the same from behind, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he has a green shirt, so... I wanted to show you the snag machine. Has Aiden said anything to you about the snag machine? I don't know why I read that so weirdly. We've named the special machine for catching Pokemon the snag machine. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing it immediately. Malcolm, will you help us? Okay, step inside, please. The old snag machine, as well as the main protagonists, are gone. By the way, they don't appear in this game at all. It's not really specified where they went or what happened. I think Eden's, or whatever her grandfather was, says that they went somewhere, but it's never specified where and if they would ever be back. I should tell you, the snag machine is an outrageous piece of work. After all, it's used for stealing Pokemon from another trainer in battle, but we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. Malcolm, you've heard of Shadow Pokemon, haven't you? They're Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines after having their hearts closed by artificial means. They're to be pitied. We developed the Snag Machine to take back such modified Shadow Pokemon. Why this machine is needed now I can explain later. Now I'd like you to test our Snag Machine. After all, you're the best trainer at this lab. Yeah, well, that demo doesn't really portray that. Yikes, critical hits, man. Holy shit. My eyes almost popped out of my head on that one. Fits you perfectly. It looks cool too, Malcolm. Also had a new feature to your PDA. It's called the Shadow Monitor. It lets you check data on Shadow Pokemon you've encountered. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you, Aiden. That's it. Okay, that's spot on. Oh, yeah. From here on, it'll just be a lot easier to show you how it works in practice rather than trying to describe it. Let's go upstairs to the Battle Sim system room. Oops, that's silly of me. I almost forgot to give you these. In order to use the Snag Machine, you need at least one Pokeball, so I'll give you these. Now, what's nice about this game is... Yeah, they have to import Pokeballs. Alright, that's scary. That actually scared me slightly. What's going on? Who are you people? And no, I don't need to save right now. Some strange men came barging in and took off with the director. So he came out here, I guess, for a breath of fresh air for a minute. Damn, they flattened this dude. Oh, they even knocked over the Pineco. I gotta hand it to them. The outfits look really nice for a Cypher, all things considered. Where do you think you're taking me? I'm taking you to your new lab, Professor. What? My new lab? Move it. We don't have any time. If you don't want to get hurt, hustle yourself into the car. This is some pretty good pre-release footage of Human Revolution over here. Ha, what is it, punk? You're gonna play hero and try to stop us? I don't show mercy to anyone, not even kids. Oh, what an edgelord. Alright. Spy naps. Shit, what was that dude's name? Oh, fuck. Scrub! I don't think Scrub returns in this game, goddammit. I was really hoping we would see him again. Alright, so this battle is unique because it's the only battle in this game where it's not actually a battle. This is actually a live demonstration. Your reader is responding. That's a Shadow Pokemon. Throw a Pokeball at it. If you try to do anything besides throw a Pokeball at it, it will immediately fail and he'll yell at you. So it's a guaranteed catch rate for this Teddiursa. So we'll just go ahead and catch it. This is done to give you 2 Pokemon so you can have a fighting chance in double battles. So your first Pokemon is this Teddiursa. Beautiful. This is done just as an introductory, so that way you have at least 2 Pokemon. What was that? My Shadow Pokemon, was it a snag? Teddiursa joined your party. Kid, what is that machine on your arm? Could it be a Snag Machine? What the heck is it doing here? It's big news. Come on, move. I need to report this to headquarters, like now. So we just stand there and let them get away. Damn, they loaded him in like cargo. Alright. Well, that didn't go too well. Man, they took the professor away. Cried Jovi, I'm sure Professor Crane will be okay. Contacted the police and the proper authorities about Professor Crane. They should let us know if they discover anything. I still can't believe that this is happening. Professor Crane predicted that someone would again try making Shadow Pokemon. His prediction was on the mark. Malcolm, the Teddiursa you snagged probably isn't the only Shadow Pokemon that was made. When the Purified Chamber is completed, we'll be able to save many Shadow Pokemon at the same time, but Professor Crane is crucial to this project. Without him, there's nothing we can do. That's not true. Believe in yourself. The power within. A long cutscene. Let's complete it. We'll finish the Purified Chamber ourselves. Willie, the director's not here. It's hopeless. There isn't any possible way to get it done. Well, okay, defeatist. You're on the verge of finishing. This isn't the time to feel sorry for yourself. The Purified Chamber project got this far not just because of Professor Crane was here. Well, we got here because we all worked as a team. Having come this far, it would be wrong to stop now. Our prize scientist is on the line. Let's finish the project as one. Things will get very busy around here. I'll go upstairs and check how the data processing is progressing. Alright. Not a second word to me. I think I actually need to talk to her. Unless someone's blocking my way out. Yeah, because I know exactly where we need to go next. So I think... Yeah, okay. We need to go talk to her. In case that wasn't incredibly obvious. I'm sorry. Listen, I swear I'm at least decent at Pokemon, okay? I don't think you can even do anything about critical hits. I have been screwed over by crits so many times in Pokemon, but today was a low point. I'm not gonna lie. We hit a real low. Remember the Shadow incident 5 years ago? A criminal syndicate named Cypher applied world domination by producing Shadow Pokemon as their weapons. Fortunately, 2 brave young people defeated Cypher, and the Shadow Pokemon were restored to their natural selves. This tale is becoming the stuff of legend nowadays. Well, it was only 5 years ago. Like, I know 5 years is a long time, but still, man. Basic data should be fine now. Keep going with it. How long you came at the right time? Make sure to run an errand for me at Gale Port. We've ordered a special machine part for the Purified Chamber from the part shop. Gale Port is due south from here. It's not far, but be careful. Jovi knows the part shop is next door to Amelia's house. Mommy, can Jovi go? Jovi wants to help everyone. Appreciate your offer. I know you want to help, but it's an important component. Okay, you're a member of the lab staff too. You may go if you take Malcolm with you. So would you mind going with Jovi? Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. You have to listen to Jovi, Big Brother. So once again, she's in our party. Be careful. Okay. Now, in Gale Port, this early in the game, we get to make one of the most defining and important choices for the remainder of the game. And that choice is, simply put, what evolution we want to get. Now, in Gen 3, there were only 5 available. The originals from Gen 1 and the sequels, well, Gen 2 is kind of a sequel, sure. The Day and Night duo from Gen 2. Important trip to Gale Port. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. You must be confident with such a good assistant. Yeah, of course. Anyways, manage to hold on to the snag machine. Use it. There may be other Shadow Pokemon out there. If you spot one, rescue from the criminals. I'll make approaches to the authorities and other people that have Pokeballs available for sale at shops. This is why I wanted to give these to you. What is he giving me? Ah, the memos, whatever. Well, they're giving you a crash course on Shadow Pokemon. They assume you've played the original and beaten it. Which, again, the original is not that long of a game. It's just that the battles take forever. That's the only reason why it's long. Alright, Gale Port. All of these are new areas so far, by the way. Oh, Big Brother, look, the sea, it's so big. Remembering, of course, that Orin Coliseum didn't really have much to it. Listen, the part shop is over there. Hurry, Big Brother. Oh, I remember this dude. This way. Smack. Now, this dude is grade A asshole material for no reason. He's also wearing, like, swim trunks, and he has no pupils. Hey, now, where do you think you're going? Jovi is sorry, it wasn't on purpose. Look what you've done! You messed up the happening look of Zook! The coolest, baddest, most happening guy around. Sorry doesn't begin to cut it. You there. Yeah, you punk. You're with this munchkin, aren't you? Looks to me like you're a trainer. Feel like it'll be a million times more fun than some munchkin. I'll stomp you flat with my shadow Pokemon. What is it, Zangoose? Yes. It's quite enough of that. Pokemon are meant to be used in such a manner. Choose your place and time. Shut it. Hey, meddling senior citizen, take your preaching to someone who cares. Or do you want me to pound you too? Mr. Verich, perhaps I should... He has really big earlobes. I remember that. It's really a weird character design. Ha! And who do you think you are? So you're going to play the man and stop me? This gets better by the minute. Let's see you try. This is a fight that does not involve me, for once. Now Alakazam. I don't even think they show... Yeah, level 44. Versus 28. I think it's guaranteed to be an insta-kill. They kind of set this up, pretty scripted, I'm not gonna lie. Mystery Man Ardos defeated Thug Zook. Your power, where does it come from? Done now, don't think you're getting away with messing with the great Zook. Remember this. Should I give chase? No, that won't be necessary. He won't come back. Leave him be. Yes, sir. Let us be on our way. Thank you. Oh, that hardly deserves such gratitude, my little lady. We did only what had to be done. Nothing more. What a nice guy. What a good, upstanding citizen. Alright, the machine part. What's this? This isn't it. Oddish. Decided to give up my life on the sea for a life on dry land so I can raise this Oddish. One day I'll make it evolve into a Vileplume, or a Blossom would be great too. Whichever one I choose, only a special item for evolution to happen. What should I do? My son says he's going to quit being a sailor, and he's adamant about it. Ever since he got an Oddish a while back, it's consumed his life from morning to night. It's Oddish this, Oddish that. Which is funny, because I'm actually going to shiny hunt Oddish in a little bit. Jovi. I have my methods, but let's just say that. 1/64, my friends. So it was you, Jovi, being harassed by that big, strange man. Were you okay? Yep, strong people help us. Big Brother was there too, so nothing bad happened. Jovi came here on an important visit. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant today. We must be Jovi's brother, Malcolm. I'm glad we finally met. I'm Emily. Hi, Jovi's big brother. Jovi has been a very nice friend to my daughter, Emily. The elderly gentleman's name is Mr. Verich. He comes here by boat with his 2 assistants occasionally. Something mysterious about him, don't you think? He's supposed to be fabulously wealthy. Rumors like that give me shivers. I want to become a novelist. Whenever I come across anything mysterious, I try to imagine a story around it. Anyways, be careful in this town. There are lots of rough customers about. Emily, we should be going. Okay, bye-bye, Jovi. Yep, see you, Emily. Okay, anyway. The machinist... I think this is their house. This is the machine part shop. Yeah, with the stylized P, I remember that. Shopkeeper wasn't thinking, sure, we got this clues newbie to look after the shop. Now, me, a regular customer, will be able to serve customers a lot better. Yeah, I've been there, done that. So somehow having to go out to Dr. Kamin. What was it now? Well, to the doctor's manor is where he went. To his grandson Pierre will be back from repairing the rotating bridges, so I'm supposed to mind the shop until then. But I don't know where anything is or how to ring up a sale or anything. I have no clue what to do. So it doesn't matter, though. It's really quiet here. I'm getting awfully bored, really. I got a tale to tell you may find interesting. Sure, when I was younger, I sailed all those world seas as a navigator. Our world is huge, and this huge world is filled with an incredible profusion of Pokemon. Of all the Pokemon in our world, the one that I find to be most interesting was Eevee. Now, Eevee is a unique Pokemon. It can evolve into 5 different... Ha! Get a load of this guy! I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get over being sick from a while back. I studied Eevee quite exhaustively. As a result, I obtained 5 items that are keys to Eevee's evolution. Oh, you say you were raising an Eevee? What a fortuitous coincidence. It must have been meant to happen. We'll only commemorate this occasion by giving you one of the 5 items. There's no need to be shy about it. Go ahead, choose one. So, basically, this is how you do it. Now, I think it's on level up. Your Eevee will evolve. Now, yeah, here we go. See, when Malcolm has the Moon Shard, and the Eevee is sufficiently friendly, it will evolve upon leveling up. Now, usually what I do is I take Espeon. I find that Espeon is sufficiently tanky in a lot of aspects. It has a lot of good aspects, and plus, since you know Bite, and Bite is classified as a special type move, you get a nice boost towards Bite whenever you use it. So, usually, my safe pick that I would recommend is Espeon. Umbreon is the one I do not recommend, mostly because, and this kind of sucks and I hate to say it, because you already know Bite, you don't really gain anything from getting Umbreon, and Umbreon's special attack is pretty low. It's more of a special defense type of Pokemon. So what I'm really curious about is I'm trying to decide between Jolteon or Espeon. I've never done any other playthrough besides Espeon. So maybe I might do Jolteon. And I actually can't back out of this menu right now, which is fantastic. So I actually can't take a minute to save and think about it. Yeah, sorry, I was sick. I did a couple streams when I was sick and it was in my throat. Now it's kind of just down in my chest, and just sometimes I gotta take care of that. And obviously I don't want that to be in the recording. So, all things considered, I think I'm feeling better. But, we're gonna do something a little different. I decided I want to challenge myself. I decided I don't want to just do the safe, easy mode, Espeon run. And to be fair, by the way, it should only take you a level or two to be able to evolve into either of these, because your Eevee is, you know, your longtime companion. So it doesn't take that long. Now, what does suck is, if I wasn't going to modify these Pokemon later, so to speak, Synchronize would be good. You could reset the game until you get an Eevee that has Adamant or something. Synchronize would be pretty good because it would let you do some things, but I think, just for this time, I'm going to choose Jolteon, because I'm actually interested in trying something different. I think it'll be cool. Plus, we have Bite, so we have coverage. Jolteon can also learn Shadow Ball. What else? What does Eevee learn? Eevee, I don't think, has really too many moves this time around that we could pass onward, because Eevee usually doesn't learn Bite until level 30, which only benefits, what's it called? Oh, forget it, who cares? I'm gonna pick Jolteon. I don't think Eevee learns any beneficial moves besides maybe, like, Quick Attack, but I feel like Jolteon should learn Quick Attack as well, so I'm gonna take this. Yes. All you have to do is use it. Yes. Just like your Eevee, it's invaluable. Alright, there you have it. You're so lucky, big brother. Jovi won something too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my best playthrough ever. Namely, Earthquake is gonna fuck me over in about 30 minutes. Or 3 hours. So we'll just evolve Eevee right away. Because I believe the only move we'll be missing out on is Baton Pass. Which, let's be fair here, do we really need Baton Pass? Probably not. We're probably just going to ignore that. Your Eevee evolved into Jolteon. I would really only play this game through of Jolteon and Eevee, Jolteon and Espeon, to be honest. Flareon doesn't have enough of a move pool, and that's kind of why I don't like it. It would be my favorite evolution if that wasn't the case. But sadly, Flareon just has an awful move pool. I don't know why they haven't expanded it. Vaporeon is good, but it doesn't have enough. Vaporeon's good. I'm not going to deny that. It's actually probably the third choice I would pick. Umbreon would be the fourth. Flareon would be the last choice. Flareon is just a complete shit show. You're not going to accomplish much with it. But, here we go. We'll get some good stuff going on, I feel. I think this will be a pretty interesting run. I'm looking forward to it, all things considered. So, when it all goes horribly wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I brought it upon myself. You can also tell the model for a big Jolteon is a little weird, too. Whew, that settles it, all fixed. Do you want to talk to me? Yeah, the part shop is ours. If you need a machine part, where's Grandpa? He's going off to Dr. Kaminko's. When my grandpa gets excited over some mechanical thing, he's off like a shot. Never mind the shop or his grandson, me. I'll find that machine part you need. Can I get you to come to our shop? Man, Grandpa should be so lucky to have a caring grandson like me looking after him. Underappreciated and underpaid. Oh yeah. Plus, Jolteon learns a pretty good move pool, so I think that'll be good. Sorry we were out. A machine part, you said, right? Open that safe. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to modify these Pokemon to have good natures. I think I might make a couple extra copies, so maybe if you watch this playthrough, if you hit me up, maybe I could trade it to you on Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon or whatever comes later. So rare item, that machine part took a while to get the order. And how's your director, Professor Crane, doing? I'll explain what had been happening to Pear. I thought his name was Pierre. No, it's just Pear. Ha! HQ Labs director was abducted by some goons with shadow Pokemon. I've been through something like that before, but who would have thought it would happen again? Hope the lab director's found. I'll be rooting for you, so don't give up. Plus, technically, Jolteon has the fewest weaknesses out of all the evolutions, but ground-type moves... Uh-oh. Come on. Wait, bird, hang in there. Ground-type moves are actually pretty common. What? Okay, I really don't want to have to use a wired controller. I wonder if they make GameCube extenders for the wires. But, anyway, besides me talking about nothing, really, let's be honest here. Is Thunderbolt a TM in this generation? I think it is. I think I'll be good. Okay. I believe there's someone you can battle. There's 2 Shadow Pokemon you can get at this point, I believe. A Poochyena and a Ladybug. A Ladybug, of course. A Ladybug. Maybe? So I'm going to try to catch them, obviously, because I want to get as many Pokemon as possible. Now, some Shadow Pokemon are not missable, but you don't need to catch every Shadow Pokemon to complete this game, basically. So, whoops, here we go. Rotate this. I could have just come from the right, couldn't I? Or whatever, anyway. 3 Pokeballs, because we're about to be doing some work. Okay. Save again. Yeah, I know. But the nice thing is that you could save whenever. It's like, this is like what Coliseum should have been. I mean, granted, this is the sequel, so it's naturally going to be better. But they fixed so much stuff about Coliseum. You don't need to... There's way more Shadow Pokemon this time around. I believe there's something like 93. As opposed to the 48. And because you get those 2 starters and, what is it? The Plusle. It was like 51 total Pokemon. We don't have that this time around. It's 93, maybe a couple extras. Which, most people take the elevator. Are you doing this for... Okay. So, we got a lot more to carry up and complete and, you know, continue through, but I think it'll be pretty cool. Some people will not be rebattleable, but there's a way to get the Pokemon even if you were to miss them. Some people just hold their Shadow Pokemon until you take it from them. Why was I afraid of being sucked down with the sensation of falling? It grows on. Okay. Well, this dude is, he's standing on the edge. Let's just say that. Alright, where is this dude? Or maybe it's her, perhaps? I think it is her. I think it's, this chick. Alright. You look like a trainer to me. Somebody gave me a wickedly tough Pokemon. I'll test it out on you. I already know fucking earthquake and shit is gonna ruin my life. There we go. We got a Zubat. And the Poochyena. Which is also female, which kind of sucks, because in Gen 3 it wouldn't be able to pass down its egg move. Nice. High tech, man. We've upgraded. From thoughts to eye visors, you know what I'm saying? Shadow Pokemon. Shadow Mist is a double hit, right? In this game, there's more moves than Shadow Rush. However, each Pokemon knows 2 Shadow moves by default. I guess I should use... Oh no, Bite won't work. So we gotta do this. Don't even let it move. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. We just gotta get it low. Jolteon will probably move first, which will be nice, so I will always have the edge, which means I should probably put Jolteon in the second slot as opposed to the first in case I need to heal. Actually, it doesn't matter in this game. Shadow Cold prevents the Pokemon from escaping? Yeah. This is more useful against you than you using it against anyone else. So let's just see if the game will be nice to me really quick. If not, I'll hit it. Actually, here's what I'll do. Just to be safe. I'll bite it, but for Teddy Ursa's turn, I'll try to catch it. Absolutely. Don't worry, in Gen 6, I think female Pokemon can pass down egg moves. I think that was one of the big changes, which is nice of them. Alright, very good. I'll be taking that from you. Even though you could probably break my back for stealing your Pokemon and take it back. You know, you're just gonna, give up. Alright. Poochyena joined the party. What was that all about? I joined that organization because they said they'd give me a strong Pokemon, something that's not like the usual ones. What was so tough about that? I was conned. This will actually be kind of interesting because it'll totally flip the way I usually play this game on its head. Because usually when I play this game I have Espeon, which means I always have a good Psychic, Dark, and Ghost type move user at my disposal. This is going to be interesting because I got to work around the fact that I'm covered for electricity, but not covered for basically anything else. But I keep talking about how I'm going to make how the playthrough is going to be great. I have yet to make it great. I think this guy has the Ladybug. So we'll save. We're going to save, obviously, before every single person. Just to be safe. I mean, think about it like this. It's better than backtracking every time. Question will be asked. We shall battle, yes? Good answer. A battle with a feisty lad is one to be savored. Let's go. But yeah, I'm going to change the natures and stuff about these Pokemon. Sue me. Tailo. I just gotta learn Thunder Shock. I don't think I learned it until like level 14. Uh-oh. It was the tail! Actually, I think there is a Shadow Swallow in this game. Try to get Bite. And then we'll... Oh, look, he learned Lick. Beautiful. You learned it way earlier. I guess you learn your moves by the first and third gauges, maybe? Shadow Shed. Yeah, they mixed it up a little bit, so not every Pokemon has Shadow Rush, and I don't think Shadow Rush deals recoil damage anymore, which is nice of them. You know, that could have happened way sooner in the original game. Try to use Lick. Now, Hyper Mode is still in this game. I believe it's called Reverse Mode. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't use too much on it. Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect! Wow! Yo, we got some synergy going on here. Alright. And we'll just call. There's no reason to do anything else. Now, in this game, if you try to call a Pokemon that isn't asleep and isn't in reverse mode, it won't just say the call failed or whatever, it's not listening or whatever it used to be. It will just say it responds to your call, you know, because ideally, if you yell to your Pokemon, hey, do your best, you would want a good response from it. Okay. Ladybug joined your party. Too bad, I guess I lost that one. That machine you have on your arm is quite the get-up. The way it lights and pulses, the way the lights pulse and all, it's mighty impressive, whatever it is. I thought for a second there you'd taken my Pokemon. Ah. An idiot. Well, in any event. I don't think there's anything to do with that house out there, so I'm going to just ignore that. Actually, yeah, you can see my wave bird kind of is finally showing its wear and tear after about, you know, only 14 years. So I think there's more people to fight, but I believe that that's all the shadow Pokemon for Gadeon Port until the very end of the game. So there's no reason to go to this shop. I think you could fight one of the sailors here. I don't really think I need to do it, so I'm just going to split. Actually, yeah, let's do it. Let's get the experience. It might be this guy. The Krabby Club is only open to tough trainers. I suppose I could let you in if you beat me in a battle. Let's go for it. Navigator Burke. Me going Lotad. Yeah, they don't show levels when Pokemon come out. I forget if they did that in Coliseum. I don't think they did. I don't know why they hid it. Maybe it's to make it luck of the draw. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. I've gotten lucky with natures, actually, recently. So fair enough. Uh-oh. It can happen even after you move? Alright. So at the start of the next fight, I'm going to call, and like before, the gauges are all different depending on the specific Pokemon. So some Pokemon open up really quickly. Some Pokemon take a long time. Anyway, the more you battle, the stronger your Pokemon shall grow. It's up to you to put in the effort. Also, there's no rule forbidding anyone but tough trainers from entering the Krabby Club. Alright. What do you got, buddy? I like how they're all Zook reskins. When the shipping traffic's down this much, there's not much we sailing men can do except sit around and mope. Isn't that right, matey? I'd say so, matey. And everyone's scared witless of going out to sea. There's some guy leaving port on some super luxury cruiser. That's a surprise, matey. I'd say so, matey. Take someone really rich, and I don't mean just rich, but like stinking rich to have a cruiser that gorgeous. Do you agree, matey? I'd say so, matey. When someone's talking, you should be paying attention. Isn't that right, matey? I'd say so, matey. Gah! Okay, let's try to enter into a fight here. I don't think I've ever really come in here. Slept in and missed my ship. It turns out the ship I was supposed to be on is that cargo ship that went missing. Made me sit up and notice how fate can turn on the littlest thing. Actually, you're pretty fucking lucky, all things considered. He was the third crew member. Oh, here we go. The Pokemon Center. I never really used the Pokemon Center in Gadeon. I never really spend any time here because there's not that much to do here. Yes, I think you can only trade from Fenax Center anyway. To see you again. Okay. Can you fight, I think you only fight sailors here. Can you fight this guy? Nope. I think someone gives you a TM if you fight and beat them. But I don't know if they're in the Krabby Club or not. I kind of don't want to go into the Krabby Club. You know, I play second at the... Okay, sure. And what if I say no to him? No! We weren't looking at you for a Pokemon battle. Yeah, here we go. If you can beat me, he gives you something good. I forget what TM he even gives you. Again, this is the Gen 3 TM list. Let's learn. Come on, please learn Thunder Shock. Let's get this on the road. Okay, call. Teddy Ursa. I think they might deal more damage in reverse mode. Also, I think reverse mode happens a lot more in this game. It either happens a lot more or not at all. I think it happens a lot more than Coliseum. In Coliseum, I was getting pretty lucky. Fence curl? Sure. Just remember, in this gen, Bite counts as a special attack. And so does Lick, I believe? Or does Ghost count as physical in Gen 3? Like I always say, Gen 4 is the best generation specifically because of that. It made so many Pokemon more useful. Because a move's effectiveness was no longer based on its type. Alright, well, at least it paralyzed it. I wonder if using non-shadow moves raises the chances of reverse mode. Indeed. Show me who's boss. Alright, now cough it up. What do you got? I was singing a happy beat, but I promise I'll give you this. What's TM45? Anyway, we can leave now. All we gotta do is go back and deliver the machine part. Alright, well anyway. Oops, there it is. Welcome! Go back. Still playing this very heroic music. Can you wait just 1 second? I found some memos I wrote up with the director. I think you should have them. Crane Memo 3. Crane Memo 4. Crane Memo 5. I'll give you basic information about Shadow Pokemon. Yeah, okay. Does, let me just go in and talk with, the mother, right? Someone? Anyone? Where is she? That's the demo or the battle sim room. I think she's still in the same room. Okay. Okay. Welcome back, Malcolm. Is Jovi well behaved? Ran the errand like you wanted, Mommy. A bad guy tried to stop us, but a nice person helped us. Oh no, really? I'll get the details later, but what about the machine part? There you go. This component, we can get down to the finishing touches on the Purify Chamber. I should take this down to the Purify Chamber on the ground floor now. Oh, Jovi will take it. Are you sure? Don't drop it. Jovi can do it. How's your Shadow Pokemon doing? Purification progresses if a Shadow Pokemon spends time together with its trainer. Has the heart gauge fallen to 0? No. Oh, but by the time the Purified Chamber is completed, the heart gauge should be down to 0. The heart gauge has fallen to 0, that Shadow Pokemon is ready to open its heart, but that alone isn't enough. To complete the process, the Pokemon needs to go through a purification ceremony. It's basically a ritual for it to return to its natural state. If the Purified Chamber were ready, it could go through the ceremony there, but looks like we'll need a little more time to get it finished, because I think your Shadow Pokemon should go through the purification ceremony using a different process. There's a village called Agate. In the village, there's is the Relic Stone, which is the power to restore Shadow Pokemon to their natural state. It worries me a lot to send you to such a far-off place by yourself, dear, but I think it's also something that only you can do. Yep, we will go. I'm going to become proud of how you're becoming more and more dependable. Agate is southeast from here, but it's not very close. Go and see a man named Egan there. Relic Stone, which is used for purification ceremony, is under the care of a man named Egan. I will get in touch with him so he knows you're coming. I will do my best to get the Purified Chamber finished while you're gone. Please be careful. They really hype up the Purified Chamber if you actually read all the dialogue. Holy shit, they don't stop talking about it. But the reason why is because it's amazing once you can use it. Basically get rewarded for not playing the game, somewhat. Which is what I like. Okay, way out to Agate. Yes, it is pretty much identical to its original look. Except they've changed a few things. For instance, the camera angle, as you can see, is different. Now, I'm pretty sure they also patched the exploit. They made it harder to do, first of all, at least. They patched the exploit where you used to be able to walk here and it would count as steps. that would work. One, because the camera used to be angled perfectly north. Oh, wait, I think I found it. Holy shit. Never mind. I thought they fixed it. Maybe they did. I don't think it works in this game. I think you have to actually take so many steps and travel distance. Yeah, so it's not worth doing anyway in this game, but even if it was, I think they made it harder or impossible to pull off. Oh well. Where is it? I'm Bella. Do you want something of me? Oh, Egan, you say? So you come calling to see my husband. Are you perhaps Malcolm? Indeed. We got word about you from Lily, you see? You understand you want to purify shadow Pokemon. Yesterday my husband heard from Lily what you should have seen his excitement and enthusiasm shouting, "This calls for my services," or some such. He went running off who knows where. Oh, and here he is. Oh dear, got everything ready? Ready for a visitor from the HQ lab whenever he arrives. Oh? Oh, hello dear, our guest, Malcolm, has just arrived. So you're Malcolm, we've been waiting. I'm Egan. I've heard everything that Lee had to say. As you know, to purify shadow Pokemon, it must open its heart to its trainer. While there are several approaches, battles are the best, no doubt at all. The place to do that here is the Relic Forest, which is home to the Relic Stone. I will go ahead and wait for you there. My husband is so impatient, as you've just seen. In his day, he was hailed as the greatest trainer, but that's a long time ago. Yeah, apparently he was a legendary trainer. It is kind of weird that they shifted the camera angle here. Where was the, here we go, you can go down there. Is there even anything down here on this little tip? Okay, there's nothing hidden back here. Here, so you got someone tearing around the village and you rushed earlier, maybe, yeah, well, anyway. I'm trying to remember, where was the, like, the hidden... I think this used to be, like, kind of hidden, right? Because it's behind this. I don't even know if you get anything from going up here. You see that my tail brings me oh, yeah, you get berries. I think in this game, this is, like, one of the only ways to get berries. And since you can't grow berries in this game, it is the only way to get berries. So, anyway, moving right along. You don't need to use the Pokemon Center. How do you get that? Oh, forget it. You gotta run behind his house, I think. Right? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if this was here in Coliseum. This long, winding path. There's no path out of the village this way. Don't start me like that. I'm looking for a battle, sure. Feeling frustrated or getting lost, so I'll take it out on you. Bodybuilder Dosk. Oh, look, it's Tyro. Which is actually a pretty annoying Pokemon to get in Gen 2. Basically what they're doing is they're throwing a bunch of battles at you. Actually, crap, both my moves aren't... actually no. Bite will be good against him. And Lick. Actually, we'll just have him use Shadow moves. I think if a Shadow Pokemon went into Hyper Mode in Coliseum, it wouldn't act that turn. I might be wrong. Thankfully in this game, I think it's after experience calculation, as we saw earlier. Yeah, see? That way you can kind of plan around it and you don't lose a move. I forget if it did it or if it would go into Hyper Mode and have a chance to not move. Oh yeah, reverse mode hurts Pokemon. So we'll call. Unlike Hyper Mode, where you could just freely have the Pokemon sit in it, basically. The only downside was you couldn't heal it. They could heal it with Pokemon Centers, but not items. Each life. Oh boy, how different that move is in Gen 6. Wait. Oh, nice. Metal Claw. I learned the moves at what? The first and the third. So you get the first Engaged, emptied is one move. Then you get the nature. Then you get the second move? What is cool is you can... Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't spoil it. But I got some good plans, let's say that, for later on. Bodybuilder Dusk. So I have a bad sense of direction. It's nothing to make fun of. It's too bad you can't find your way to a win. Yes, thank you, thank you. I'll be here forever, basically, because this channel is... Shit, this channel turned 10 this year, and I didn't even do anything special for it. God damn it. Actually, no, it didn't. I'm a liar. It didn't turn 10 this year. It's next year. Must be the Malcolm that Egan was talking about. I heard that you battle to open the hearts of shadow Pokemon. The relic is through this cave. Don't give up. So basically what they're doing is they're trying to throw you into a bunch of battles to get your shadow Pokemon to not be shadow anymore. Oh wow, I got a lot of females. So what I'll do is I'll swap... Shit, now I'm not going to swap out Jolteon. And my reason why is because I need Jolteon to learn a Thunder move so he can get a stab bonus going. So we'll just enter into some easy-to-win fights. Cool Trainer Gorps. We're knocking off a chunk every time. A nice big chunk. See, it's not even that, like, I mean, I guess in terms of stabs, I guess having Bite on Flareon is pretty okay, but I don't think it can learn much besides, like, I don't know. If you import it to later gens, it's worse because of the special physical split. Flareon definitely suffers from that. In this gen, it's probably not that bad because you can teach it all special type moves, and you could probably get away with that pretty easily. I am liking Jolteon moving first. I will say that Espeon speed does leave something to be desired, but I don't know how tanky it'll be. Cool Trainer Gorps. To open the closed heart of a Shadow Pokemon, entering in battles is effective. That's why you should make Shadow Pokemon battle whenever possible. Malcolm, aren't you? I've heard about you from Egan. Let's battle right away. Here we go. Joels. Snubble and Corphish. Would like to hit it with the electricity, but oh well. See, now if this was Gen 6 and Gen 7, we could do some really ridiculous shit. We could hit this with Metal Claw and it would be super effective. But unfortunately, Snubble is normal type up until Gen 6. I do like fairy types. I think that I don't think they should add a lot of types to Pokemon, but I think that fairy did kind of make a lot of sense. Kind of balanced out dragon types a fair chunk. So I'm okay with that actually. Yeah, I noticed we're taking some pretty hefty damage from physical. We'll call. We need to get as many calls as possible so we have as many chances to lower the heart gauge as possible. What's that? Plenty of water types in this generation. I've actually been pretty lucky. I got a couple of good natures last time I played. I think I said earlier that most fights in this game are there's some single fights. I think most fights in this game are pretty much doubles. They were still hyping that up. So there's a couple single battles, but it's not a ridiculous amount as compared to Coliseum, which had literally 0 throughout the whole game. Handed the loss. Yeah, so that happens. Calling out helps, yes. So a woman comes to the aid of a pitiful Pokemon. I'm hoping that we can get Teddy Ursa completely purified and then start working on Poochyena. That might actually be useful. Still cannot get any type advantages going here. We've been pretty unlucky on that draw. I don't know if Shadow moves make contact. No burns? Okay. They also brought back the Cologne case, if you want to use that. But in this game, there's really no reason to use it because of the Purified Chamber. The Purified Chamber pretty much makes every other method of healing Pokemon irrelevant besides battling. The only reason why battling is effective is because once you max it out at 9 chambers, you can still purify even more Pokemon by bringing them with you. Okay. Not sure if she thought she was going to win or what. I'm impressed that Pokemon should soon open its heart to you. And I hear that if a Pokemon has a closed heart, it's good to keep it with you rather than keeping it in the PC storage. Yeah, pretty much there's no reason to keep a Shadow Pokemon not in storage or in storage in this game. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but usually you don't want to do that. I swear, a lot of these characters look like Earthbound 3D models. If you will. Earthbound isn't 3D. All right, we'll finally get some goodness going on over here. So we'll use Bite on Abra. We'll also use Lick just to be awful to it. Does Abra even know any move at this level? I guess they must have given it something, because it can't learn Teleport. I don't even know if Teleport works in this game. I don't think you can get any Pokemon that naturally know Teleport. Oh, it probably does work, because you can swap it with other party members. Alright, fair enough. Okay, Bite. And Shadow Blitz. I wonder if I think Shadow moves might have a higher chance of causing reverse mode. I don't know. I don't have a... I'd have to dig out my guide and look at it. I don't even know if they mention it. I'm sure Bulbapedia has completely dissected this game 8 weeks from Sunday. But yeah, if Coliseum's purpose was to let you get the legendary dogs and a lot of Johto Pokemon, which at the time you couldn't get at all, then this game's purpose is to kind of fill in hard to get Pokemon as well as giving you egg move Pokemon. As well as Lugia, because at the time there was no way to get Lugia until Emerald would come out. I think Emerald was out by this time with the event, which I don't even know if it was released in English. They never released the Mew event anywhere, right? They either released it only in Japan or nowhere in the world. They did a lot of weird stuff, like the Altering Cave and whatnot. Okay, so hold the sense? Yes, okay. Does it come with anything in it? Nope. I got excited for a second, and then it was like, nope. Oops, let's, save. At least we don't have a long intro for this game. We can get right down to brass tacks. Oh wow, it was one step away. Okay. Shadow Pokemon should be ready to open its heart after the battles you've waged getting here. Now I shall be your opponent. Here's my partner, the one Pokemon I caught as my first and has stayed with me ever since. Go Pikachu! Off we go to our first battle in 5 years. Let's keep things tight. Myth Trainer Egan. Yeah, I don't really think they ever expanded on his backstory again. This game doesn't really connect well with any of the other games. So I think it's mostly speculation where it takes place in the timeline. Okay. And then for him, we'll just Shadow Blitz. I don't really think it can do much here. Now, if you remember in Coliseum, I think it was... Wow, it does make contact. Okay. Thank you. Actually, I appreciate that. It's actually going to be useful later. I could use that to heal Jolteon, potentially. If I'm, like, doing stall tactics, I could use an electric-type move on myself. Oh, nice. Beautiful. To, sort of keep that going. So I might use that strategy later. I can heal using electric-type moves. Actually, I know a Pokemon that's late in the game that'll combo perfectly with Jolteon. It's a white-hot experience, our battle. Is to defeat my Pikachu. That takes real skill. Pika Pika. We'll see how your Shadow Pokemon is doing. This Pokemon's quite ready. Travel more, perhaps give it cologne massages. Okay, yeah. My 4 friends are waiting like before. There are, yeah. So basically what will happen is he blocks your path until a Pokemon is ready to open its heart. So you could battle, you could spend money, you could do whatever. How close are we? Have half a gauge. So if we do another, like, 2 fights, we should be... What the fuck was that? Alright, cool. I'm seeing stuff now. I've been up for too long. I actually woke up around, like, 3 in the morning. It's now, like, 11. No, it's 10. It's 10:16. So I'm already getting my full day's experience doing nothing, of course. But I'm not going to eat lunch for, like, another 2 hours anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll heal up. I mean, I guess I might as well put in Poochyena, just so I can give it a little bit more experience. Oh, look, pickup. Beautiful. X attack, alright. I should probably sell it at this point to make some money. I think Teddy Ursa loses pickup. Maybe. Alright. Let's have a fight. Let's have a bout. Let's go at it. Let's go a couple rounds. Why not? So yeah, basically you rinse, repeat. If you fight a couple more people in Gadeon Port, you probably don't need to do this. Alright, so 1 or 2 more fights here and we should be good to go. I think it might be faster to fight this dude and the old guy because they only have 2 Pokemon. Which means the battles will only last maybe 2 turns. I would love to have an emulated version of this. And I mean, obviously I could have gotten one, but I kind of want to get the Pokemon out of this, so I would like to do that. It'll be cool to get an emulated version so you can up the battle speed until you get to select your moves. Hint, hint, good ideas for releasing GameCube games on the Switch, which will probably, who even knows if that'll happen, honestly. It's hinted, I don't know. Probably would only rebuy, like, the classics. Yo, remake Metroid Prime, I'll see you day one. Right, same as before. Yeah, and trainers actually react when their Pokemon get hurt now, as you can see. You're not just standing there with the wind blowing you and stuff. They added a lot of nice quality of life touches. Like you saw the sailor had a defeat pose where he spun. They added a lot of cool stuff, so I'll give them credit for that. That was nice. This game felt way more alive and more fun to play. than Coliseum. Coliseum turns into a chore, mostly because the fights are so slow. There's so many of them. And catching shadow Pokemon is a pain in the ass. Okay. Alright, we should be good. Let's do Shadow Blitz. Ah, crap. That was the other person. Shit. It's the old lady. Yeah, it's not the old man. Wait, did I say the old lady? And did I don't know. I might have fucked up. I might have known what I needed to do and just not done it, which is hilarious. Alright, calling it should be good enough, and then I'm going to swap it for Ladybug. No one gains experience. Well, they do technically, but you don't see it. Poison Fang. We'll call, and the next turn we'll swap it for Ladybug. Do you get money from beating them over and over? I mean, it's not a lot. Like, it's not grind-worthy, but I wonder if you do. Yeah, Poison Fang is a pretty good move. It's actually... And it also does Toxic, by the way, if it actually hits. So that's pretty cool. I like to put it on as many Pokemon as I can. Usually you need to breed with Seviper to get it and spread it around. A couple other Pokemon learn it in later gens, but Seviper, I think, is in the Field Egg group. And I think the Field Egg group is the biggest egg group out of all Pokemon egg groups. I'm reasonably sure. Maybe one of the water types is bigger. Don't quote me on that, because there's a million fucking water types in Pokemon. There's way too many. They need to not introduce as many next time around. We need more fire Pokemon. That's what we really need. We need like a couple more fire lines. We need way more. Ouch. What would be cool is maybe trying a different team than what I usually run on this game. Aerial Ace. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think they also made an attempt to make all the Pokemon have better moves, although they gave a lot of Pokemon the move Heal Bell. It's kind of a filler move, to be completely truthful. Critical hit. Wow. It took me how long to get a critical hit? I've been playing for about an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, good. I get to call it. Unfortunately, entering reverse mode this often kind of makes it not worth using Shadow Pokemon in this game especially. It would be nice if I could get Poochyena at least purified as well. Howl. Oh, nice. Yeah, we could use Howl later on. Alright, beautiful. I actually want them to do it as often as possible right now. There's no fail state, really, so we're good to go. A hot battle that was. Yes, Teddiursa can now be purified. We'll do... Actually, hold on. Because I want to purify Poochyena at the same time. So I'm actually just going to go buy Colognes. For the sake of just progressing through the story right now, I'm just going to spend the extra money. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then later on, obviously, if I want to purify a Pokemon, I'll just grind off screen, you know, in the interim. I don't want to drag through some more fights. Like, I don't mind dragging through it if I'm, like, just killing time or whatever and I can zone out or do other stuff. But for the playthrough, I don't want to do it right now. Thankfully, we're not playing Coliseum. I probably will never play Coliseum through again, to be honest. So if I'm gonna get that Ho-Oh, shit, I should probably get to work on getting that Ho-Oh. Whatever, anyway. Where is it? There we go. We'll get, like, 3. Technically, this is the fastest method if you have the money, but I wouldn't recommend dumping all your money for the cologne case in this game, unlike the other one. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have a Unwilling Wavebird, so I have no vibration. Okay. Oops. Luciana. Luciana was delighted. Really? It's not enough. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing this again. Here we go. Lucky number 3, am I right? Yes, beautiful. Okay. I just wanted to get that so we can have a couple non-shadow Pokemon. So what I need to do is I need to move Jolteon back into active. Oh look, another item. Antidote. Switch in Ladybug. If you remember, Lady N was actually a shadow Pokemon in Coliseum. That actually happens. There's only one Pokemon that is shared between the 2 versions, and that is Makuhita. You can get a Shadow Makuhita as the first Shadow Pokemon in Coliseum, and in XD, there's a Shadow Makuhita later on in the game. It's the only shared Pokemon. Unless you use, what was it? I think there's like some other Pokemon you can get if you play the Japanese version and use e-reader cards or whatever. Something. I've never done that. I didn't have an e-reader, sadly. Basically, legitimized cheat codes, somewhat. Okay, we'll do Poochyena just to be difficult. I'm gonna try to keep Teddiursa. Maybe I'll try to run with Teddiursa in this one. Maybe. Poochyena opened the door to its heart. Poochyena regained the move Dig. And of course, Heal Bell, because everyone got Heal Bell. It's annoying. He doesn't know Bite. Hold on, that Pokemon's finally returned to its former self. For the time being, we should... No! You fucking dick! Successfully purify your first Shadow Pokemon without incident. Still, one can't be too happy, not with the knowledge of Professor Crane's abduction. You see, he was a frequent visitor to Agate up to several years ago. He was conducting extensive research into the Relic Stone, you see. He said it was for completing an entirely new purifying system that his friend thought up. I wonder where the kidnappers have made off with Professor Crane. It must be worrisome for you, too. What the abduction do? Don't you need to mention what Vander saw? Yeah, that's right. I need to tell you about Vander. We have a friend by the name of Vander who lives on Mount Battle, which is a place of training for trainers. Vander claims to have seen sinister characters out in the desert where few people dare to tread. Sounds intriguing, yes? Mount Battle is to the northeast. Be sure to visit it. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna... Yes, you can have my PDA number. Good. I'm gonna go back and purify Teddiursa, obviously. Oh, well, while I'm here, actually, let me run around the back and get the item from behind his house. Unfortunately, I gotta check and see if pickup ever gives me anything. Actually, I don't know. I kind of don't want to play through this again. I might play through XD again. It's playing through Coliseum that is the pain in the fucking ass, man. I don't know. Yeah, I might just say screw it. Forget that. Because I'm starting up... Because I'm kind of really big on Pokemon right now. Which I've kind of been big on Pokemon for the last 5 years, but pretending that that's not the case. I just started up White 2 for the first time. I never played Gen 5 really. I kind of actually skipped it. I played White to the conclusion, and then I basically was like, yeah, I'm done. So I'm actually interested to play White 2. I'm actually enjoying it. I've got some Pokemon with some good natures. I'm actually liking the experience a lot. It plays like a true sequel, much like Gold and Silver did. And Crystal, obviously. So I'm going to end up replaying White for the legendaries and stuff. I'm enjoying replaying some of these old Pokemon games. Trying to replay Platinum as well. Soul Silver, maybe later on. Oh, wait, it's level 12. Level 13. Fury Swipes. What is it now? Return has a pretty good base power. It has pickup. Refresh. It has uses, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it. And if it's not Fury Swipes, it would be later on too. There would be some move later on I would probably want to get rid of it over. Okay. No, I don't want to give it a nickname. No. Yes, Teddy Ursa is okay. Okay. Well, obviously, there's nothing stopping me from grinding out Ladybug, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to progress the story. It's pretty good, though, that Teddy Ursa is kind of like a secondary. He has a lot of experience. I mean, to be fair, how many battles did I even fight without it? Like 1, maybe 2? Alright, well, we're going to go to Mount Battle. Okay. Mount Battle is once again grinding hub central. Well, didn't we meet at the Gadian port? Have you come to train? This is an excellent place for people to train. I've trained here myself. Back then, I only sought to become more powerful. I didn't need any other reason. As a result, I retained this status, but now I've taken to questioning my motive for gaining power. I wonder what I am fighting for. I ponder if I am putting my Pokemon under cruel stress. That's why I urge you to look into yourself. Ask yourself why you want to become stronger before you take that path. Okay. Now in this game's version, the story mode, I forget which version of Mount Battle you get to the top on. It gives you the reward. It gives you one of the Johto starter Pokemon with various egg moves. But the real treat, moreover, is that you get one of the Johto starter Pokemon, of course. So let's heal. That's obviously the real reward, because back then, remember, there was no Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and other various methods for us to get the Johto Pokemon. And the Johto starters have probably been available the least, honestly. I think they're available in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and this game. And obviously you could play them in Coliseum, but so I guess you could just play Coliseum to the end. Alright, save. Get our final counter, which is Purified Pokemon. Route to the public. Now here you see Vander. Yeah, actually Vander's in charge of it. Okay. Yes, please. Thank you. It'll open up later. You don't have to go all the way. You don't even have to clear the first area, I don't think. Oh, don't walk to me. Just talk to me. I just finished training now, but a challenger's already here. What to do? What to do? I don't know what to do. Yeah, I kind of want that Ho-Oh. I really kind of do, actually. Oh, man. That's going to suck. I'm going to spend, like, a ton of time doing that. That'll be my stream exclusive fun. Let's see. Use Bite on that. Oh, no, I have to call. Probably going to get Ladybug fully unlocked in a little bit, too. Ah, okay. That was a 1-hit KO. That's pretty good. Okay. We'll do the same. Supersonic is not that great. At least Confuse Ray has a good hit chance. Came to see Vander, so I wasted a battle on you? Vander is teaching some rookie trainers in a zone up ahead. Okay, thank you. So we're gonna do it one day. I'm gonna do an all EV challenge of this game. Don't worry. I'm never doing that. That would be awful of me. That would just be a complete waste of my goddamn time. Charge my 3DS. Before I think the 3DS was even out. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Let's have a Shadow Rush or Shadow Blitz be used on the Swablu. I think there's a Shadow Swablu in this game anyway, so I think that would be pretty cool. There's a good... Wow, it did nothing. Nice. Probably going to use Peck on me too, which will be extra nice. Of course. How did I know? Well, I'm in a pickle because I can call, but it might faint. But then again, there is no friendship meter in this game anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Damn it, reverse mode would have knocked it out even harder if I was a little lower. Unfortunately, man, if I had a Thunder move, it would have been gone turn 1, but whatever. Just focusing on emptying the gauge. Later on, obviously, I won't do stuff like this, but for now, I can get away with... Oh, a critical hit! Alright! Yo, Jolteon, you putting in work! Clean up nicely, look at that shit. Alright, whatever. I like Jolteon. I never really had one that was like a favorite, but I have had a couple. Maybe I should breed out some Jolteons. I think it's my favorite out of the original trio. And then Espeon and Umbreon are my 2 out of the Gen 2 selection, followed by Jolteon. I even think they're nice enough to let you teleport to future areas in this one. I forget if they do that in Coliseum. We're doing knockout battle challenger. I hate to disappoint you, but we're not running the challenge right now. We're in training, you see. Alright, I got a little request. Yep. Thank you for training with me. Bardo. Doduo and Spoink. I probably need to swap out Ladybug. Let's do that. Luciana in here. It'll basically be ready to be purified pretty quickly. We should only have to do maybe another 2 fights, maybe. Super effective. Yeah, I knew this was coming. Still did a lot of damage. Psywave missed. Heal Bell. Let's Howl. Nice. Oh, really? Well, I got it equalized, but that's kind of why I don't use status moves a lot of times, unless I'm in, like, the battle tower. Would have been nice if this thing knew bite. It's whatever. Not effective at all. So we're gonna have quite a few resistances on Jolteon. What is it? Water, water and flying. Yeah, we'll have some good stuff going on with that. Cool Trainer Bardo. Just as I thought, that was a well-played battle. Why, it made me want to jump in and join the fray too. Anyways, we should talk, but this isn't the place. Let's go back to reception. In the desert south of here, there's a Cypher research facility. It's been there since the Shadow Pokemon incident. It seemed to be abandoned for a long time, but recently I've seen groups of shady characters going inside. This is where the research lab was at. Shady characters were seen at the lab in the desert in the south. Are they somehow connected to Professor Crane's abduction? Okay, that's pretty much all you need to do here. Now, the move tutor is here. Oh. You can call today to inform us that Pokeballs are now available at the Agate Pokemart. You won't have to worry about running out anymore. Good luck. But yeah, there's a move tutor in this game if you want to farm BP by doing the battle challenge here, as opposed to Emerald's cheating-ass Battle Frontier and Fire Red Leaf Green's very limited selection, which requires, I think, shards or something?